Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's bring down that music. Let's get that intro going. And let's get started, baby. Let's do this. Is this thing on? Is it a bit on? Do we get the mic on? Or is it a bit scratchy? Is the mic a bit scratchy? Hey, Johnny, can we get the mic a bit picked up, eh? Isn't it nice and a bit in the bass, eh? I like a little better than that, man. My Johnny, can we get back in there and get the back in the bass, eh? Hey, the mic's a little pitchy, eh? Yeah, it could get a little scratchy, you know? Yeah, we could get it fixed out there. Get yourself again and see it figured out. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. It's No Tie Saturday, all right? Shout out to each and every one of you. We got news for you. And there's news on a Saturday night you didn't think there would be, right? You thought Saturday would just be, oop. You thought Saturday would just be, oop, oop, oop. You thought Saturday would just be Saturday, but it was not. Saturday came with a curveball. Saturday, Sunday, and look, we got payments coming at us here on X Payments. Join January 2024. They just opened up an account on X Payments. This is going to be a big deal. And I'm super excited. I got my first paycheck from Twitter. Thank you, Twitter. Really, really, really appreciate it. Got my first paycheck from Twitter. Been putting a lot of work in that Twitter. Coming up with funny things to say, deep diving, reposting, having a blast. You know, I do spend probably an hour a day on Twitter. And I hope it pays me at least $100, you know what I mean? But shout out to everybody there. $100 an hour, $300 an hour, you know? Doge first pumping hard. Yeah, so Doge pumps hard off that news. You know what I mean? Because they know it's going to be the payment network. So something to think about right off the bat. And I got the Doge perp running for you right here. It does, however, show there's some whales on the low that may not have gotten their fill yet at 8.5 and 8.6. And a little bit of a pinch up there at 9.2 right now. We're going to take a look at the TA for Doge 2 as well. It doesn't look amazing. You know, it's a little bit of a pump. It didn't, when I heard pump and then I looked at the chart, I was like, it didn't get me going too much. We take a look at BOOKMAP here. Link in the description below for BOOKMAP. And let me make sure I'm not messing up here. Okay, everything's right. We got BOOKMAP in the background. The sound is right. The music sounds like it's at a pretty good spot. And I'm feeling good. Are you feeling good? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a big smell of the lemons. Oh, I got two at the same time. 2 lemons. I'm motorboating over here. Excuse me, that's just ridiculous. Sorry, Oh my God. Can I get out of this one? Can I get out of this one with just like a sound effect? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a big look at the lemons. No tie, where's your hat? No hat. Are you kidding me? I never wear a hat. It's insane. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. All right. So BOOKMAP, link in the description to BOOKMAP. It tells you where the orders are. And look, they still got a bunch of whales at 38, 38.5, and 39,000. That's where all the liquidity is at. There's still a little pinch up at 42.5, and we got a savior buy at 41,000. But at the same time, most of the big boys, they want to be getting in down here. I have 2 shirts just like this. One's as light, I mean, you don't think I do, right? But one's slightly a different color, but they're the same shirt. I know you don't believe me, but they really are. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, be a part of the Incredible Lifer fam. Smash that like a button, da. the like a button. You're funny, man. Shout out to Susie Bonham. We love you, Susie. And how to all the women shout out to all the women in the Crypto Lifer trading group. I feel we have the most women. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we have the most women besides like women run trading groups. But I feel like we have the most women of any male run trading group in the entire industry. Am I wrong? Is that true? I think it is. It's because I had a twin sister, an older sister, and a mom. I was very in tune with my feminine side. And my guide, my personal like spiritual guide who helps me run the group and is always speaking with me and kind of really guides the frequency in which I'm moving is a woman, a lovely woman. And so there's definitely a female touch to the group. I think that's why the men like it too. And I'm not saying, more, there's a catering to the feelings of all people there. There's an openness inside of my trading group that you won't find anywhere else. And so, yeah. I'm a woman. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What is a woman, right? Sam would probably wear a light blue tie today. You're funny. Bored type crow. Lady boomer here. No, I'd wear like a purple tie, right? Some type of purple, maybe off-color tie. You guys want a new tie? Now you want a tie, right? I don't think I have one around. I thought I'd go tieless. Do I have to put a tie on? If enough people say I have to put a tie on, I will. Put a 1 if I need a tie on. Put a 2 if I can hang out. And have playoff football or lifers. Lifers, of course. Shout out to Mike Robinson picking me over playoff football. Yeah, and it's hard to stream against playoff football. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going against, a national pastime right now. And it's not easy. It's not easy. All right, a bunch of 2s. People say you don't have to put the tie on. I love y'all. I love a feminine touch every now and then. Shout out to everybody here. Identify as a tie. And I'm offended. You're funny. What's the foosball you speak of over here? No tie Saturday over here. Hey. Nah, bro, you looking clean. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. It's over here. I'm venture capitalist style over here. Hey. Anyway, so we still got liquidity to the downside. Let's break it down. Let's talk about Bitcoin. I didn't trade Bitcoin today. I stayed away from it. The charts just are a little sketch, a little sketch. We gave karate this morning inside of this flag up 17%. Did get sold off, but still holding gains of 7% on a pretty dry Saturday. We also gave the trade here and there off that retest. This is continuing to move to the upside, up 164%. You would have been given this update and education of how to enter and get it now and what's happening, how to, how I was able to, I would basically show you how I found it and then you could figure it out, right? And so amazing. So if you look at this here in my trading group and you're like, no, and if you miss, I hope you're doing this. I know many people aren't doing this. Is anybody doing this in the trading group? Number 1, who's in the trading group? Put a 1 in the comment section if you're in the trading group. Sam Price, 2032. Let's go, baby. I'm going for president, 2032. We're going to do it. I'm going to be 48 years old at the time, 49, and I'm going to be ready to take on the task to be the president of the United States of America. Let's do it, baby. All right, so if you're in the trading group, right? All right. So you're in the trading group. Now, if you miss karate, all right? Who here missed karate? Who here, be honest, put a 2 if you miss karate. Like you saw me post about it since 12/12. I gave it to at when it was pennies, 001. It's now 0059. It was 0014 when I first kind of showed it to you. Maybe it was 005, 002, you could say 00148. Then I gave you this retest, came down for the retest. Perfect place to get in, right? That was right there. All right, so 2 people. All right, so we have 1, we have people in the trading group. We have 2, we have a lot of people that miss karate, right? So did you go back? Did you go back into the group? Did you type in karate? Did you look at my first call on it? Did you, look at where it is, look at the time frame, look at the areas? Did you then go set up karate yourself, find my first place when I found it, go back in time with the retrace tool, and understand what the heck I was thinking about? And then revisit the actual trade and post that I made, and then look at it, and then play it out and see it, and then follow to the next one. Oh, now he said retest. What is a retest? Just doing that alone will teach you so much of how to trade. All right. And then we have people that did, and then number 4, put a 4 if you took profits, took gains, and you did trade karate and you mastered it. What I want to prove to you that is you don't have to even make the gains in the trading group as long as you're understanding the path in which I made the gains. And if you missed one, go back in time, put the name of the coin in, and then follow through the post so you can learn. So what I want to show you, you can even learn from a missed trade. Even if the trade didn't play out your way, you can learn from that trade. You get it? Unbelievable. So that's just one thing I want to point out. All right. Those ETH fees are stupid though. You're funny. But anyway, yeah, karate, baby, karate. Yeah, but that's why we trade on MEXC. There's no ETH fees, man. I don't know where you're trading karate at, right? Mango Man Intelligent took a dump to the downside. It got super tight, but when the market dumped, this thing did also dump. Look, Adam and Eve double top now in a way. Even though it's slanted, I found these kind of can play out. Maybe Mango Man goes lower to the downside. If you did get stopped out, it is what it is. I didn't make the trade. I had an alert right there. When the alert did hit, it looked okay. But it just, something told me to stay away from Mango Man Intelligent until I saw something a little better on the table. And the market itself just told me to kind of don't go too hard on the market. So I took a breather. I took a step back from the market. KREST, one of my favorite coins in the game, which is super strong. Now look at that, up about 20% from the bounce off of this hidden bullish divergence. Resistance, and it's holding. I wouldn't be surprised if KREST makes its way back to 71 cents. It's definitely on my radar. It's a sleeper. I don't hear many people talking about it. BSCPAD is something that I believe is going to do bangers in the next bull run. It did numbers last time, and it is a pad. To me, it's in a bit of a cup and handle. I'm interested in this, interesting pullback with a Fibonacci here. I would write in BSCPAD. I would just have it on your radar. I don't own any. I don't know the creators. I don't know. No one told me to talk about it. It's literally something that I just saw out of nowhere, but it reminded me, in my mind, I believe it's going to be a winner. And so my years of knowledge of what happened to BSCPAD in the past and where it is right now tell me it's something I should definitely pay attention to. I also like this Fibonacci retracement near the golden pocket. If I can get to the 786, it would be even better. But it's near that point of control. We could gap back down, 786, load up, and then this thing could be ready for a bigger move. And you could make some gains off the pads, man. The pads are interesting. All right. Need a VPN to get on MEXC from within the U.S. That is untrue. But for some states, apparently it is, Turn your head sideways and watch the ball fall. Let's go. Exactly. Who said, wow, you're learning, man. I really appreciate that you said that. It's bad, LOL. That's how I was taught, man. And I'm telling you, through those parameters of looking at things differently, that's how I'm able to learn. Because I'm like, we get stuck in our ways and we think things are a certain way. But when someone says, just change your mind, move your head, twist your brain, and you're like, wait, I can look at it differently? Yes, you can. And next thing you know, you're like, you get empowered. And then you don't have that same vision you had before. Things begin to change. So, you got to learn your divergences, everybody. Divergences are so key. All right. You got to find them. You got to pay attention. You got to learn how to find them. And you got to use them to your advantage. All right. Does BSCPAD have any divergence? I would look at the 4-hour time frame, double click out the oscillators, and take a look here. Not strong enough, but it's okay. Right here, you have a slight div because this swings up. Not as strong as I would like it, though, while that swings down. All right. I like to invert the Bitcoin chart. I learned that one today. I like it. Amen. Everybody talks about Bitcoin, but they forgot Litecoin. Hash rate is still growing. I like to hear that. Litecoin was like my first real love. It was one of the first coins I ever really, really truly believed in. Started buying more Litecoin than Bitcoin at the time. At one point, for whatever reasons, but it was super chats. YFI Yearn Finance on MEXC. Let's take a look at YFI. All right. Thanks for all you do for the lifer. God bless. Can we see NOI Syntropy on the daily and the weekly? I did a deep dive, and I'm correct. They are working with Cosmos Ecosystem and has worked with Elon Musk. They're hot, honestly, that project. Shout out to Joker NYC. And they continue to pump. While the rest of the market was kind of, lackluster, NOIA continued to really do some damage. Quite interesting project, to be honest. And I think you've hit the nail on the head. They did do what you say they did. So, again, though, everyone has their coin, right? Everyone has their research. Not everyone can research the same things. And the market is so big with, looks like millions of coins at this point. So, first thing I do is I look at this on the 3-day chart, the daily chart, weekly, some type of big time frame. And we just start setting up where we're at, And honestly, this is what I say, this is accumulation. Whenever I see up and down movement like this in a range from 10,000 to 4,000, to me, it's strong accumulation. And look, it's doubled off the lows at 48, even that first low down there, it might even hit a low of 44, possibly 39 if I zoomed in. And it also got above us a beautiful resistance, came back down, and now you want to see it hold this spot. So you zoom in now, and you can kind of see what we're dealing with. Notice how much you can do without even putting an indicator. If you can't extrapolate a lot of data out of the charts without even using indicators, you need to go back to the drawing board. If your whole life is indicators, You know, I don't hate on indicators. I think they're great. I think Market Cypher is awesome. God bless Crypto Face. If you use Market Cypher, I think it's awesome. Like, I have nothing against them. You know, I'll be honest. And I think it's actually a great tool for people that use it. My whole thing is that, you know, God bless my man and everyone in the game. I want everyone eating in this market. Everybody. And there's enough space for everybody to eat. I just want to make that clear. There's enough people, enough products. You can come out with anything you want. Be creative. Work your butt off. And there's definitely a place for you in the crypto industry. So don't be scared. Jump on in, throw your hat on the table. Look at this. We got an Adam and Eve double bottom here. This thing could break to the upside. It did that. Now you got a kind of a funky cup and handle, right? With it just, you know, they ran that thing up. That was an insane move that they made, and then they dumped it back down, right? Maybe there was a whale in there that wanted to entice people so he could get out. He was sick of being in, and that's what he did. And he got his sell liquidity, got it excitable. He had to pump it up to get people excited. Then he started to unload on them as they jumped on in, and they created his exit liquidity, right? I'd love to see you go through a new coin. We just do a TA without talking about it, and then just explain where your mind went, just to see where I can be in a few years. I'd love to see you go through a new coin where just do the TA without talking about it, then explain where your mind went. The crazy peak makes so much more sense after the volume indicator. Yes, exactly, because boom, 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 boom. Exactly, it goes to value area highs. I took 210% out of it. That's awesome. Doge, baby. Now holding long term. So my thing is this: previous resistance, wick to there, bounce right there, resistance there, came up, bounce there, wick down, came back up, wick to it, resistance, 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 bounce. You lose this level, you're coming back to the 886. You hold this level, you get a bounce. So it's a high risk area to jump on in. You'd rather see it break out here, come back down and retest the point of control, then get in, you know, in maybe in a golden pocket retracement area too as well. So a little high risk, we may drop further down. But to me, it's looking close to the low. Like I would call this or this the likely low that's coming. Yeah. A lot of altcoins don't really care. Like Bitcoin does its thing, but these altcoins, it's like they didn't have enough people correlated. And then Bitcoin made enough money to get people back into altcoins too. And it gave a lot of liquidity back to the market, both ways. X payments could be a Doge coin sell, the news event. Sammy, could you please put all your wealth into ADA and we can get rich together? I have a lot of money in Cardano. Not a lot. I have like 50,000 USD in Cardano. It's a lot. I mean, do you think that's a lot? I don't know. You guys tell me. Is 50,000 USD in Cardano a lot? Or am I like I'm like, you know, is that a big deal to you guys? Or is that just a little deal? I don't know. But I own 50 grand worth of Cardano. All right. I should have like 500 grand worth of it, right? But more than I got, that's huge. Yeah. I mean, I know people that would look at me and be like, that's nothing. Like, you know. So I don't know. I guess it all depends on who you know, right? Need more. All right, right? Limit order hit at 41.5, 48 and 43, 5K bag. Wow, that's dope that you got 5K of Bitcoin. You're a smart man, dude. God bless you. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Do whatever makes you happy. I'm just showing you my real life here on the channel every single day. Shout out to everybody here. When coin metrics class. So many numbers. How do you read the data? Doge, please. I don't even make 50K a year. That's a good amount. That's crazy. You know, a couple times in my life, I made 50 grand in a day. Isn't that insane? Like, I shouldn't brag like that, but I just think that's insane. Like, how is that even possible? Like, when I was 20 years old, if you were like, one day, Sam, you will make 50K in a day, I would have been like, no way. Impossible. Like, so now I'm like, you know, now that happened, I'm like, I could probably make $1 million in a day. Like, you could make it, you could do everything you want. 90% of people watching this don't make 60K a year. Yeah. Yeah. I've done it more than once. In my life. It's insane. Only a couple times though. 25K a month last bull run. Stop loss 30K for liquidation. Okay. Oh, so you're in leverage though. Interesting. I thought you were just in. I think you might be at a good spot there though. But you never know. That's awesome. I have more gains in my crypto than I made me at work. Exactly. And I'll tell everyone, I'm sorry because it could sound like I'm being pompous. But what I'm telling you is I came from nothing, everyone. My dad was an iron worker. My mom was a school teacher. I came from absolutely nothing. You know, I mean, I don't want to say nothing. We were middle class. We worked hard. So I didn't come from nothing. But I didn't come from some, you know, my dad didn't bring me into a stock room and show me stocks. I didn't have an uncle that set me up on the stock exchange. You know, I was going to be a filmmaker and I was into computers and I like science and math, and I found that if I kind of just kept go and dive, I could learn more and more, you know. We had a car, like our car, we had a car for 18 years. It had holes in it. The seat was rotting out. You know what I mean? It's a true story. Like, the seat was rotting out of it. Like, when my parents finally got rid of it. We never had a new car in my life, not once, until my parents got into their, like, late 60s. They finally bought their first new car, you know. I went to public school in Boston Latin, which was a public school. I got into St. John's University to go to school for film. And I moved to New York City when I was 18. And I started researching film and doing film. I was into rap music. I made a rap album on Spotify. You could check it out. And then I got into drones and I did YouTube and I started studying. And I studied YouTube for years. I really did. I studied it for years. Years and years and years. My dad's from Taunton. We own some property there. Now we got Cadillac Brunch. Amen. Can you do TA on Phantom Coin, please? Yeah, we'll take a look at Phantom. You want to drive? What? What did she say? I thought she said, I want to drive. Little kid. Sammy and Master Fred taught me so much. It's God blessings to take me to the gain of province and know the way to trade. You still have your drone license? I do, but it probably expired. I never updated it. It only lasts 3 years. I didn't update it, you know. My girl goes to St. John's. That's where I went to school, man. Queens, baby. I have 3 hip-hop albums out. The Rust Beefs. That's cool, man. Sam, would you mind to look at SHIDO? We're going to take a look at SHIDO for sure. It's on my radar. I have it right here. So YFI cup and handle loses that level. I'd be looking to grab more at 6281. I'm not getting into it. I may swing trade it, but it's I don't, you know, I just have other coins in my mind. It's kind of in a bigger double bottom too as well. You know? And that could move. What do you, God, why are you guys so loud? I know, but it's like I hear it in the back of my, and I don't know what's going on. All right. All right, so YFI, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Let's go back into Bitcoin. I want to look at Bitcoin, get Bitcoin done for the day, and then we can jump on into the altcoins. Doge getting that nice pump. What you want to see is you want to see Doge stay above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. It's that simple. If it does that, look for a flag on the 1 hour, 15-minute, and continue this pump to the upside. If Doge slumps, starts to come down, and you see a 4-hour candle close below this, it's just kind of lackluster. It was just kind of a funky pump, and it didn't do much, you know? Let's take a look at Doge here on the daily time frame and take a look at what's happening. My throat's a little coarse, so everyone, I'm not going to be as long tonight. I really have to rest my voice a little bit, so I'll probably only go to like 9:15. So I'm going to get this done in and out as soon as we can. And I apologize for that, but I just feel it. If I push my voice too much, I may not have it till tomorrow. I may not have it tomorrow. And honestly, you know, I've watched a lot of YouTubers and they're like, I lost my voice, I can't stream. That's never happened to me. I don't knock on wood now. So it's never happened to me in my 4 years of streaming. And I hope it never does. So, yeah. But you can do anything you put your mind to. I'm telling you right now. You'd be surprised where you'll take yourself. And that's why I don't mean to brag. Sometimes it looks like I'm bragging. I feel really horrible about that. But I could pass away tomorrow and never tell anyone the secrets of my life. You know what I mean? And no one would ever know what could be possible. And if I do something that I think is absolutely amazing and I tell you, doesn't that make you think it's possible? So if, you know, I just feel like it's good to share amazing feats with each other because we all, and especially we're not jealous people, we're not negative people. We're all beautiful lifers here. We all believe we're beautiful gifts of God here. Everyone here is a special person. Everyone here has a genius code inside of them. Everyone here has something they can give back to my group, to the life, to the stream, to their own community, to their family. Everyone in here is a beautiful gift from God. I truly believe that, you know, and I just want to share the blessings God's given me and let you know that there are more blessings your way. There are so many blessings coming your way. I am telling you right now. Look at me. I'm here twice a day on a Saturday because I love what I do. All right? You will too. You may be at the same place I am in a different profession. And you're just loving crypto with me. God bless you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. All right? So look at Doge. Bit of a cup and handy here. Nice point of control. Look at the gap in the VRVP. Tells us then when we bring on more liquidity, we can get right up in here, right? So you're looking for a possible target at 12.5. If you believe this narrative is going to continue. However, Doge must stay above the point of control. at that 0.0813. The second Doge loses 8 cents, you have yourself in a bit of a problem here. So what would I do? Well, I'd look for Doge, which has momentum with the daily and the MACD. Says it could continue. I'd look at my 22, which is a little high, but it is above the 200 SMA and tight. Says it could get some more movement. The 4-hour, which is, man, I showed you, broke above the 200 SMA. So this is the test. It needs to stay above it, and then maybe even some local resistance here that what it had, resistance right there. It flipped that local resistance. It's been below that since the 2nd of January. So 20 days, 18 days straight. All right. Also, ever since it broke below the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame, it's been bearish, like I teach you. This may have closed the deal. We could get back above it. There was a gap there, too. Look at the gap of the VRVP that told you there was a possibility. All right. So now what? Well, now we watch the 7, the 5, and we flag it out. When in doubt, flag it out. So we flag out Dogecoin. And honestly, like, you have no choice. If Doge pumps, it's likely going to bump out of this flag. Now, it may do a little dolphin dip down here and then pump back up. Look for that. I've seen that recently. Come down. It will get everyone stopped out, and then it will pump. It'll go for this area of liquidity. My stop would have to be a little deeper than the chintzy people. You know what I mean? But this is something that I see happening for Doge tonight. And it's a Saturday night. There's not a lot to trade. There's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of news. This may not even get the follow through. All right? And there's a little bit of bearish div here as this swings down and that swings up. However, you could say, well, pull back, and the moving averages are getting tight. I like what I'm seeing. If I was to swing trade Doge, I would probably get in out, and I'd be looking to get out at 9.8. Chance Doge does pay you tonight out of this flag on the 5-minute time frame. You've got some momentum on the other time frames. This is how I break it down. See, I went from the bigger time frames to the smaller time frames to find my entry. I don't just ape into a green candle on the 1-hour time frame. Okay? For crying out loud, kids. Look for a frickin' popability over here. There's gonna be a flag. Jump in the flag. That's gonna be me when I'm 70 years old. I'm gonna be talking online. I'm gonna be like, listen, kids, draw your flags. Look for the fallen wedge. 68% chance of a break to the upside. Sam, you're as real as they come. You're not bragging at all when you talk about your gains, and never hate. I appreciate it. Congratulate. Keep doing what you're doing, lifer. Shout out to Crypto Jamaican. We love you. We appreciate you. And I apologize about that little thing the other day. I hope everything's okay with you. Just business as usual. Thank you, PRQ, DNX, and Navi. Love you, Sam, friend. You're my brother for life. MA, MACD, RSI, best tools. If you backtest on larger time frames, I love you, brother. Shido, Annabelle Manuel. What a beautiful name, Annabelle Manuel. We love that. She rhymes, baby. She rhymes. Timmy313. The guy is grinding. Buy the rumor, sell the news with the old Doge. In my opinion, remember what it did before. I'm not a fan of trading Doge. It's always a pretty strange. Caspa, shout out to 3 Much Crypto in the game. Hey, question. I'm looking at Bitcoin on the 1-hour, and it looks like it's going up on the 200 EMA and going back to the fib level to 30. Looks like it's going up to the 200 EMA and go back to the fib level at 37. You mean you're getting mixed signals? I don't know what you're saying. But yeah, so I'd watch Doge there. And we covered Doge. So we gave you the Doge news. So if you came to my channel right away, you got the Doge news. You heard there was an X payment made on Twitter, an X payment account, which got people, salivating. And then the dog salivated like Pavlov's dog. And then everyone started to just, But you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying. Dino looks like the next stop is 80. Let's take a look at Dino. And that's on my radar. Dino. And we'll jump into Shido. Shido looking okay at 0-1. If it loses this level, it's going to dump pretty nastily to the downside. I'm in a possible swing trade for Shido. And I'm looking for this 1 hour to hold this trend line and get a move back to the upside. It's super tight. It's a great project. There's a lot of people that wish they got in. And now it's consolidating sideways. I almost look at this like what's called an ascending cup and handle. Like the cup itself is ascending, you see? And it's a bit of a cup. My measured move would be 7%, about to 1 7/10% for Shido. Of course, we got to get above that key resistance at 1159. And yeah, I'm risking about $1,000 to gain $7,000. If I lose, I'll lose. I'll lose $1,000. I won't really worry about it. I'll be okay. But yeah, so it might dolphin dip and do a double bottom here too. I'm looking at for the case that the parameters are right to possibly add into the trade. However, we do have a little dip here, and we could end up going lower. The bigger time frames have some concern for me, but the daily itself is also pointing to the upside. Let me zoom in here. The daily itself, man, it's got some bearish div on the RSI, I'll be honest. And it is far away from the 21, so the daily looks pretty risky. All right? 12 hours going sideways. The 4 hours, still got a red candle, and it's low liquidity on a Saturday. The 1 hour doesn't look amazing, I'll tell you that. It may come down lower and give a better entry. So, but I like SHIDO. I personally kind of wanted to get in on it long term, but I'd like to make a swing. I personally like to get in for 10, sell for 5 or 7, be able to put the 7 back on a dip, and then like slowly accumulate onto that position. I like to build the positions out of a swing trade. It's an obsession of mine. You'll get it too eventually. It's kind of how I like to do things. Just how I did Caspa, I did Pepe, I did a lot of the coins like that in front of you guys, just to kind of like, whether you realize what I was doing or not, but I like to swing trade into a bag. All right. This thing rips. The consolidation is nice, the tightness and the moving averages. It's all setting up for a possible pretty good move on the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. But only time will tell. A little bit of hidden bullish divergence too here. And do we even have it on the 4 hour time frame? No, not on the 4 hour, the 2 hour. A little bit of hidden bullish on the 2 hour. That swings up. That swings down. Tells you we should continue to the upside. So only time will tell for SHIDO, but it's looking tighter in the zone. And again, scared money don't make money. There are some bearish signs that I am heeding, and it doesn't look amazing. I'll give you that. It's not like 100% amazing. All right. Lifers, the very best. Love you, man. Prayers to you and your family for the blessings that spill over for generations. Shout out to Ernest 101. We love you. We appreciate you. Crazy Frog, first exchange next week. Currently pumping. Don't fade this one, Lifer. It truly has 1,000x potential from the current price. God bless. I guess maybe you think it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. Ondo was on my radar. I didn't get in or anything, but it was just a new coin. It was on my radar. It bombarded the market. Got some connections there. Ondo, Satoshi, VM. You could trade Satoshi VM on Ondo, I guess, with 100x leverage, right? Or want to trade Soros, Ondo, and Satoshi with 100x. On ovenad.com. Yeah, they're always. Ondo filled some orders with that dip. Hope to fill some more. You're dealing with the future of global finance. Ondo is working with BlackRock. Ondo has great potential, great narrative of RWAs, solves the liquidity problem, and allows traditional market capital to easily access the crypto space. Ondo charting looking extremely bullish. See, like $1, like I'm minded. I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. But Ondo's on my radar. We're going to tell you about a new coin whenever they come out. And you know what we don't do is we don't come back a week later and make videos about how great we were and how we showed you everything every 5 seconds, because we do it every day. So like next week we're going to do it again and again and again and again. And so it's not going to stop. We're going to continue to do this. So we almost don't even have time. Every once in a while we do the gains and we try to show you the gains we made and let you know what's happening. Oh, I'm dark, I'm back. But it's just a constant hunt. Like it never stops. It never stops. But remember, you may have heard it here first many, many times. We may not take credit for it every time, but you'll hear about a lot of coins in this channel before most people tell you about them. That's why why is it so loud up there? It's time for bed. It's 9 o'clock. What's going on? Put the kids to bed. Enough is enough. I got to be a dad here. All right. So that's SHIDO covered, YFI covered, Dogecoin covered. Really, that's the hottest things we can go over for the night. And Ondo, pre-ordered my Solana phone yesterday. Okay. Thoughts on Bork. Anatoly, CEO of Solana, is following this meme coin on Twitter. Interesting. Super chats, Filecoin, Solana, Pulse Chain, Blur, Syntropy, SHX, and Crazy Frog. Wow, you guys are going hard. I'm working. Go to sleep, right? Straight up. Go to bed. Your father's working on a Saturday night. Them kids, my boy, they want you to tuck them in. Yeah, it's time for bed, though. Trading Spot has got me overall the best 300% gains and more. You're a legend, brother. Hey, man, I can teach you the ways. People can listen. They can get the education and they can go their own way. I can't force people to do the right thing or to do what I believe could make them gains the fastest. But can you show Lido and let these guys know it's going to rip? I mean, Lido DAO's been ripping. It never didn't rip. Like, it's been one of the hottest coins holding its position the whole time, right? Lido. Is it LDO? No, Lido, right? Lido DAO. I just thought, I'm pretty sure it was on MEC. Getting a blank tonight. Yeah, LDO. I was about to say, it's LDO. I knew that too. I'm like playing games with myself over here. Sammy playing games over here. Lido Dow. So look, the last time I put out Lido Dow was right here, right? On October 14th. And I gave you the exact bottom with a stop right there. Never hit the stop, continued to pump. Hit my target too that I had perfectly drawn at 397. I don't know how it happens, but all I did was take this measured move. I can't explain it. It's so weird, right? My TA is like, but I just took the measured move. I mean, I guess everyone, it's Elliott wave theory, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, right? I don't use that, but I think that's what they say. And I can show you, I don't even care or use any type of Elliott wave theory. And people laugh at me, but I make gains. I can see where the market's going. My measure moves hit all the time. I don't use extended fibs, right? I don't even need the extended Fibonacci to find out where we're going. I just use the measured moves are just as good. So why draw all the fibs and get all that stuff all over my chart, you know? I could do what the other guys do, but I find this is simpler and easier, and it's easier for a beginner to pick up because they're not as overwhelmed when they don't have to use as many things. But there's Lido Dow, right? And it absolutely rips. So you can see that it's been an upward trend. Other coins are up here and then all the way back down with Bitcoin and just all over the place, right? Not Lido Dow, right? So I take credit for that 163% gain since October. If you were in my trading group, you got this set up exactly as I gave it, and it hit the target exactly as it was supposed to. You guys could take a screenshot of this for me because I don't feel like I'll grab this link for you, Shano. But it just slowed the show down. I wanted to keep it moving. And Bobby, let's get that music back up and running in the studio, kid. I didn't hire you to sit there and pick your nose and eat Funyuns, all right, man? Let's get the freaking music back up and running, Bobby. Bobby. Dude, he's asleep over it. This kid sleeps while Bobby. Dude, the music, man. Come on. Yeah, exactly. I know it's Saturday night, but I need you here once a week, Bobby, all right? Yeah. Get the Funyuns. Dude, now you got to wash your hands before you touch that freak. Don't touch that knob with your Funyun hands, bro. Don't do that, man. Come on, Bobby. I paid you extra today just to come here. I know, because I know your mother, man. Don't do this to us. All right. Wash your hands. Get the music back on. Thank you. There's nobody here named Bobby in the studio at all, right? I'm alone, just so you know. I'm insane. Okay, let's move on. Let's take a look here at Lido, all right? So is it going to continue? I mean, you got these parameters now set up pretty nicely, right? Does it come further down? That's the question. Only time will tell, right? Nobody knows for sure. Resistance, bounce, resistance. Okay. Now, yeah, look, resistance. That would be a pretty good place that I'd be interested in for Lido to take a bit of a bounce, all right? Let's draw the Fibonacci. And so, yeah, your golden pocket 786, this is where I would be looking to lower up on Lido, right? Hold that high volume node. We can get the bounce back up to the value area highs. So I'd put an alert down here. I wouldn't touch Lido till it comes lower, all right? Bobby Boucher, Hank Hill over here. Bobby, don't touch that. Bobby, don't you touch that, Bobby. What the hell are you doing over here, kid? Hey, kid, I told you 8 times. Don't come over here with that smirk on your face, huh? Next time you look at me like that, huh? It'll be the last time you ever made a face like that in your entire life over here. Hey, many look at the charts, buying Bitcoin now and looking back. Always I smile. You taught me the lessons of discipline, red days, and always played out. Thank you, Sammy. Hey, man, we're in this for life, brother. The markets never stop. It's a constant battle. I took it upon myself to become my own financial advisor, right? I manage my own funds, you know, millions of dollars in funds all by myself. Like, I didn't ask for someone to do it for me. I took it upon, and that's what I'm empowering each and every one of you to do, all right? And if everyone took more responsibility for themselves, the world would be a better place. We'd all learn more. Get your Cheeto fingers off the knobs over here. Your Funyun head over here. You guys like that, didn't you? Any DoorDash today? Yeah. We got 5 guys. Yep. Oh, yeah. A great way to stay in touch with your family, life, or community. Yo, everybody, we have an amazing links here that we want you to get in touch with. Get in touch with yourself. Get in touch with the links. But hit this. It brings you to cryptolifer.com. So if you click this link right here, it brings you to cryptolifer.com. I think it's an amazing website. I helped build it, design it. Come up, you get a prompt to join our newsletter, weekly newsletter. You got one today on Saturday. You also get one every single Monday. Just teaching you what's happening, what's going on in the markets. Insight from me, mind, body, and soul. They'll blow your mind. We put so much value in there. Just give us your email address and we will give you so much value. All you have to do, it takes you 30 seconds to 15 seconds. Very small action. Click this consent, hit subscribe, and we will give you so much value. I'm telling you right now, when I don't waste your time here, I'm not going to waste your time there. I'm either entertaining you, teaching you something interesting, telling you a life story that I think you can derive, faith, truth, and honor from, or showing you the charts, man. And I may be joking around every once in a while to make a light point, make you laugh. But for the most part, we're hitting the charts. We're doing what we got to do. We're having a blast. We're getting it done, all right? But that's Lido Dow, all right, for you in a bit of a nutshell. I hope you made some sense, right? We found some chaos inside of the craziness. No more, you say crazy frog one more time. I'm going to take your crazy frog, strangle him, and throw him in the water, all right? I love frogs, but come on, man, please stop. Don't do it. Respect me. Respect me with your craziness, all right? Can you please look at WELSH? We'll take a look at WELSH. Brand new coin on MEXC. Now, WELSH is going to be a meme coin on one of the first meme coins ever, right? On stacks, right? On basically on Bitcoin meme. So it could get huge. You get in super early when no one's really talking about it. You see what happens. It did pump up from the initial, came up, went sideways. Really not much to talk about, not much to see. Just making a big old bowl, and you're looking for that bowl to continue. WELSH, baby, WELSH, right? And this is something when I get into something like this, I throw $750 to $1,000, and I consider it gone. And if in 2-3 months I come back and I have money, I'm happy. That's how I play these. If you play them any different, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're doing, but that's how I play them. All right, I can't. Let's talk about my baby, dog with hat. You know what I mean? I got in somewhere around here. I was down. I put $2,000 in. I was down like probably almost. I think I was down. It turned into like $500. I was down $1,500. And then out of nowhere, boom, boom. Next thing you know, I was up, and now I'm probably a little higher up than I started, like 28. I'm probably up like $500. But dog with hat, baby, continuing to pump to the upside, getting above its previous resistance, using that as support right here, showing the signs that we may be able to stay back above 24 cents. And dog with hat has something going on. I can't explain when I can figure it out. And a lot of people already made a massive amount. Some people have made $2 million off of a few $100 on this coin. But I see a continuation. And again, I'm in this coin, so I'd love it to go. So obviously, I'd like it to continue to pump dog with hat. But you never know. Anything could happen, right? And I don't care if it goes to zero. I put in what I'm willing to lose, right? But I always disclose whether I'm in a coin. I like to say that. I mean, I did put some money into dog with hat back in here. We'll see what happens. High risk. This could go to absolute zero and get rug pulled. There's really nothing behind it. I'm just speculating on everyone's speculation. It's really just a complete, meme rush. So again, if you trade memes and you think you're trading something serious, now there's a way to trade. Some people trade memes professionally, like they know what they're doing, but like they've been developing a type of sense of strategy for a long time, like the last 2-3 years. Like I understand memes because we've been trading memes now on and off since the last rally, right? We've been through a meme season already way before this. So, and then we had the Pepe rally was amazing. That was last May. We're coming up on the Pepe rally a year ago, which just seems like yesterday. It's just weird how quick we're coming back around, right? My birthday comes in April. I turn 41 in 2 more months. You guys saw me start this channel at 30, 38, 37 years old almost. It's just crazy. September 2019. 4 years of my life have gone. I went from having one kid that was like 5 years old to my third kid coming and raising my daughter to 9 years old. You guys saw me mature as a man. You guys saw me show up every single day, commit to the channel. You guys saw me grow up. You guys saw me turn myself from like a late 30s guy into a real man in his 40s. And God bless you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Everyone that joined the trading group, you helped me become a better person. Everyone that looked up to me to put out an update every morning, every night, you made me a better person. Everybody that gave me a testimonial, everyone that thanked me, wrote me an email, any type of support I ever got, thank you so much from each and every one of you. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much to 50,000 subs, to 100,000 subs, to 1 million subscribers, baby! Let's go! Woo! It doesn't get better when you live your dreams. There is nothing better than living your dreams. Do not take no for an answer. Do not take no for an answer, baby. Go after it. Make it happen. You're going to do it. I know you are because I did it and I wanted it. All right? Make it happen, baby. Your voice, Sam. I know, right? I said I was going to keep my voice and now I'm losing it even worse. Anyway. Dog with hat. You know, you're looking for support, but I mean, anything could happen, man. It's a meme. If you trade a meme like it's the end of, you know, Saturday night pre-bar energy, you're waking the kids up. Yeah, I don't give a damn. Daddy, why are you screaming? Stop. How are your kids supposed to sleep now? Who gives a damn? They'll be in the Cadillac sleeping tomorrow. I backtested the daily Bitcoin on the MACD, looking when it hits the bottom towards the upside green. Always rises towards the pot. My kids are fine. Patience is key. I got you, brother. I like what you're doing. Meta's Dow on sale. That's the truth story right there. I don't know why people are obsessed with Filecoin. Like, it'll get its time when the market rips. But like right now, Filecoin has to pull back. Look at the curving 21. Whenever the 21 curves like that viciously, you're likely to come to the 200 SMA. I see Filecoin coming back to this Fibonacci. Its last resort was this resistance. It's trying to hold it, but it's in the gap of the VRVP. I see Filecoin going back to 430, and I could be wrong. The whole market rips, Filecoin will rip back up, but I see Filecoin going lower. Not a lot of strain for Filecoin, not a lot of sentiment, not a lot of people care about it right now. Not how much people are going to run in and buy up Filecoin as it starts to dump. They're going to run into they're going to run to other coins. Not going to run into Filecoin. They don't give a damn right now. You can tell. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you how it is. And I just did. Filecoin ain't it right now. It might be it in a couple weeks. And when it is it, we'll know. When I put the chart out, that's when it will be hot. So look, Solana, right? Giant cup and handle for Solana. I mean, you got to love it. And if you can get Solana back at 76, you're going to be in good shape. Chance Solana could come back down to the 200 SMA and could totally collapse. But we're looking for this one hold off at 79. That's Bitcoin probably back to 38,000. Bitcoin loses 38, goes down a low to 34, 32. That's Solana going back down to this point of control, about 53, you know? So, but if you can get a 79 Solana, that'd be absolutely amazing. Looks like we could get a little lower on Solana. Yeah, the 4 hours pumping up, we're not getting much love. If you stay above the 200 SMA and we start to roll over, you're likely going to get Solana back down here. If you get above this 200 SMA, then there's a chance we could start to rally. I'd look for a flag on the 1 hour, and then I jump in on a long. So it's all about the 4 hour 200 SMA for me. Right now, we're lower it, so I'd suggest we go lower. Right? Now, if Bitcoin does some amazing move, then yes, but you have a really big resistance at 103. You break that and come down for the retest, that's going to be your move. And you have a really nice support at 89. You've been in a range for a while. I just see more downside. I personally would love to get more 77 Solana, so I would love the downside personally, but 1 hour is also pointing to the downside. And you're in kind of what looks to me like some kind of like, almost as like has some descending, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. You could bounce, I'm not saying you can't. I see Solana making its way back to the bottom of this channel. 82. And I could be wrong, 100%. It could bounce off this and rip. I'm not 100%. I have a knack for this. I have some pretty good high probability ideas on my projections, but I'm not telling you I know exactly where Solana's going. I'm just telling you where the probability is. Now, eventually, if it hits 76, I still see it getting to 197 on its way back to the upside for Solana. Let's take a look at Blur. Wow, did we hit my target? We did. And I gave you guys this call. When did I give you? I gave this. Oh, man, so beautiful. 1, 2, 3, and on, likely to go to 87, and then we hit the target at 72. Bang, bang, bang. I gave this to the trading group so clean. The entry right here. It did this weird little dip, but still, that wouldn't have been a stop out. And then we got the move all the way to the third target. It took some time. It took from December 19th to January 17th. But it took under a month to make 78% gains. I mean, you put 10 grand, make $7,800 in a month. I mean, that's pretty damn good, if you ask me. I'm not saying you did that. I'm saying it could happen, though. Shout out to our channel sponsors, iTrust Capital. We love you. We appreciate you. iTrust Capital has an advantage over these ETFs. I'm telling you right now, when the ETFs close, right, because the markets close and Bitcoin takes a massive dump on a Saturday night, and you can't access your ETF and buy in to the shares, you could have your iTrust Capital account open 24/7, and you could have bought some more Bitcoin. I'm just saying, tax-free. So iTrust Capital kind of has an edge on those ETFs. I'm just saying, right? They also have awesome custody, way better than these exchanges. And on top of that, when you get into that ETF and you leave, you have to go back into the dollar. Taxable event, sell the dollar back in, go buy Bitcoin again, whatever. It's just a lot of movement. When you get out of when you get out of iTrust Capital, they'll send you the Bitcoin to your hardware wallet. It's real. Like, you'll actually get Bitcoin when you're done. So you do you. You get into SHIB, it could 10x, you could sell back into Bitcoin. That's tax-free inside of your iTrust Capital account. You can't get that anywhere else. I'm telling you right now. And I'm not saying to put everything in iTrust, but iTrust is something nice to have on the sidelines, long-term, for the kids, for the wife. Just thinking long-term. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. Figure it out for yourself. But hit the QR code, go to the link, check out iTrust Capital today, and find out what's going on and the benefits they have over all the new things that are coming out today, because they're amazing. My other sponsor is BingX. The main reason why I like BingX, because I search far and wide of all the different exchanges. MEXC is my baby because they get the earliest coins the fastest. They also have the best user experience when it comes to futures. Their UI is bad. It's top notch. It works better than all the other ones. You can move it. You can access it. Order books. It's quicker to. It's amazing. Their futures. It's just so easy to trade futures on MEXC. I wouldn't want to trade them anywhere else. At the same time, they then have the lowest fees. And if you hold MEXC tokens, you get the lowest fees. However, BingX lets you trade S&P and Forex in the same place. You can't do that anywhere else. So that's why I love the BingX link. That's why I work with BingX. And that's why I think having a BingX connection isn't a bad idea. And our number one channel sponsor is Crypto Lifer, man. Each and every one of you who joined that trading group, it blows out all my other sponsors out the water. My own company, unbelievable. We love you. We appreciate each and every one of you. You guys let us have the voice. We don't have to show coins. We don't have to show projects. We don't have to look for sponsors. We take sponsors that we believe work for my energy and my feel. And hey, it's worth it for us. It's never a need. It's just something that we do because it's a good working relationship, right? It provides that ability. Just like if I met someone in the street and I wanted to get to know you. I'm not confined by someone else's, and it's because we have such a beautiful community. We've built something so strong, and we can rely on the community and nobody else's, right? And that's what I really like about what we have here. And that's what's unique about my channel as opposed to everyone else. It's kind of like a presidential candidate that's not getting money from I don't need to talk about anything that I don't want to talk about. I don't need to push a coin because someone's giving me money that month and it's going to pay the bills. There are channels out there that if they don't push a coin, they're not going to be able to pay the bills. You know what I mean? And I just want you to know that that's not us. We do whatever we want. We're free. And that makes us unique and special in this market. And it came from just doing it every single day and grinding, right? God gave us that gift because we gave everything we had to what we loved. And through the passion, we're able to push through. The bear market, we doubled. While channels struggled, we were able to continue to push. And that was a tough market. We're not out at 100% yet, but we're definitely not going from 69,000 down to 59 like we were before, right? I could see Blur continuing to the upside. Resistance, it holds the zone. My next target is 99. I just did that without even thinking. But shout out to anyone that got into Blur in the first place. We nailed it for gains, hit that target. It took about a month. 80% gains for Blur. Bang, bang, bang. All right. And that was just a beautiful setup, cleanly organized for you. I love my nice big yellow price notes. They look beautiful. So Blur, man. And here I am giving you the Blur idea right here on 12/8. 12/8, I'm looking at it and showing you where we're about to go. I'm a month ahead of my time, That was a month and 12 days. I had this all mapped out for you guys. I work so hard every day to try to find as many things as I can that will provide you value and help you make gains in the market. Give you the education you deserve so you don't feel lost. You can get somewhere in life. You can start kicking down doors that you always wanted to. You can start really getting somewhere with your life. I want to take you with me. We're on our way. I want to take you with me. NOIA, rising wedges break to the upside, right? This thing did exactly that. And while the market was dipping, this thing just continued to rip. This thing is out of control. People have asked us about it a few times. NOIA. I don't know if I didn't like make it a huge focus of mine, but we have traded it on and off throughout the market. We've had the elite putting it out in the trading group just on 11:30, right? NOIA back up 112%, looking to reach the first target. It was given by Sean before it even popped on the low. He gave you the exact low with the stop, never got hit. So my elite were all over this. They gave you these gains. So, I don't even need to take credit. My team is just steaming with energy and emotion. And, my vibration runs vibes. Look how much, dude, we've been trading NOA since August. Look at how many times NOA's been on our radar. I've put it out too. Look, there's me putting it out on the 10th of January. We were trading this coin of last year, right? Or is that this year? No, yeah, last year. Insane. I can't believe it's 2024 already. That was a year and 10 days ago. So is NOA going to continue to the upside? I mean, it looks pretty insane. It's got this beautiful uptrend. Let's take a look at a bigger time frame like the daily. Almost look at that's an Adam and Eve double bottom. That was the neckline right there. Right? It got above that. So I just look for this to kind of hold that line. Maybe this line. I don't know what it's going to do, but if it makes a beautiful flag sideways, I would trade this puppy. This is a coin I like. This is a coin that's got good liquidity. This is a coin when it takes off, it takes off. It does what it's supposed to do. Many times I've played it, it's played out. Many times I've seen people put out a setup, it does its thing. I'm not saying it's supposed to do it every time. It just, some coins you have a knack for. Some coins do their thing, some coins don't. Like DOGE is known to kind of pump but almost come back for you. Right? It's just, it's a tease. DOGE has been, this coin doesn't tease. This coin usually produces. I put 2 alerts on NOIA, and it's definitely something I might be putting out on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of next week if it suits my fancy to the upside. Let's take a look at SHX Stronghold on Gate.io and Bittrex. Last time I looked at it, thought maybe it could go parabolic out the rising wedge. Instead, it went sideways. However, it still did consolidate pretty interestingly enough and not dump as hard as it could have. Is it making a bit of a flag? It may, and it may continue here. Stronghold. Newer coin, getting the pullback. I'd always do my fib here from wick to wick and take a look. Could slowly come back to that golden pocket and then target up to 0.9. Would I trade this? I think there's better. I'd watch it. Something comes out different about it, or I learn something, you never know. I like how it's coming to the golden pocket and the 200 SMA. That's a good sign that we will get a bounce from the previous resistance as support at 0.027326. That would probably give you a gain of what? 2.3 to 80. That's like, that's a pretty fat gain. Almost 200% if you get the golden pocket. Definitely something interesting that could probably continue. It's just getting started and it's a newer coin, so it didn't get affected as much as the Bitcoin dip. I definitely put an alert on it. It's something I may put out to the trading group. We have traded it already before too. I think that flag right there on SHX. So. And Crazy Frog, which is crazy, right? I don't know if that's it though. Hold on, let's find it here. There's 2 of them. Is this at $1 million market cap? I don't know, man. That's sketchy. Let's take a look. Every single day, I still can't believe it. Every single day, this channel goes on live. Still amazes me, and I do it, so I don't even know how it's possible. Unbelievable. I just think it's because it's all the cool people that show up. Because we have the best community. It's the people. That's how I know it's possible. The coolest people in the game. We all lived in a community together. It would be the coolest community in the game. People would be cooking for each other, teaching each other. It would be a place where everyone's there to help others, man. It would be like euphoria, man. Utopia on Earth. Good people being good to each other, making it happen. Beautiful double bottom. Can you get above this resistance? If I was really into this, I'd look for it to break out and possibly retest and then come on out. Looks like it could continue. Look, it gets this week pump, zip pump, night pump. Looks like it's going to pump again. I don't know, though. kind of inside job the way it's got, you know, very small market cap. I'd be sketchy. I wouldn't touch it. You do whatever makes you happy. All right. SHIDO is still kind of flat where it's at. We'll see what happens. All right. You can't live in fear, though, so we'll see what happens into tomorrow. If we don't, we don't. I lose $1,000. We go from there. Bitty Bitcoin. And we'll look at it again where we left it off. Remember, it's kind of crazy. Remember, yesterday, this morning on the live, I said we'd be in this green box. Look, we're in the, look. Oh, I mean, I did pretty good. Remember? Today on the live, I drew this green box. I said we're probably just going to go sideways. And when I come tonight, we're going to be right there. And look, there we are. Look. Does that? I'm in the box. I did it. And so I do this every Saturday and Sunday morning. And I make a box, and then we come back at night, and we see if I'm right about where price action was going to go. And I'm pretty good about it. It's pretty fun. And so we'll probably do it again tomorrow morning, and then come back Sunday night for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. And just a little funny thing that we do every time, right? I saw a BOOKMAP order that's below a number that will never hit. How do these whales work with over 300K Bitcoin sitting there with high volume, just low prices? Yeah, they're just parking funds there just for fun, man. You know, just in case and stuff, you know. They have in case stuff just like we do. That looks good. What is that you putting out? UMA. We'll take a look at UMA because UMA keeps pumping. It's the only thing hot in the whole market today. So you think it's probably going to continue. So let's take a look at what's happening here. The 1 hour is getting overbought but curving back down. Signs of life. So let me get rid of my green box. Oh, yeah, we can do it 2 times too, but you can do it again. So where do I see us when we come back tomorrow? And usually the Sunday stream is early, like 8 a.m. because I like to be with my family more than in the morning of the day. Saturday's like a late, like Saturday's at like, but Sunday's the grind, and I'm usually up by 7 or 8 in the morning, usually early, and I do the stream between 8 and 9. Like today we did a normal 10 a.m. And again, there's no real time to the Saturday streams. They just kind of do, they're just, and I've always been like that. Yes, I could time them, and I should put a parameter like exactly at this, but you never know. They're bonus streams as far as I'm concerned, so I never want them to feel like they're guaranteed to happen, but I fell in love with consistency, and so now I just do them all the time. But one day I just was doing them just as an experiment. Remember, they were self-recorded. They were pre-recorded without my face. And I thought they did pretty good. And they were supposed to just show people what they got if they joined the trading group, right? So look, the 15-minute got above the 200 SMA. As long as we stay above the 200 SMA, we're good to go. If I see us dump out of here and lose the 200 SMA in the 15-minute, I'm going to short down, you know, likely to at least this low, you know. If we stay above the 200 SMA and we get tight, we're likely going to pump. It looks like we could get a pump tonight. If I have to make a call, I believe we're going to be somewhere in this box when we show up tomorrow morning. Let's hold shift, grab this, bring it over. Yeah, and that puts us at, you know, it's 9 o'clock. I'll come by 9, so 12 hours from now. So 12 hours from now, I wouldn't be surprised if we break out and we're somewhere right here. And look, I'm holding shift right from where we're at, and then I'm going sideways, and it's showing me, all right, in 12 hours, and then I'll move it over a little bit so we can, like, you know. So price action will be, we know it's going to be from here to here in 12 hours. Like, we know that's where it's going to be laterally, whether we know where it's going to be up or down. So tomorrow when we show back up in the morning, let's see if we're in my green box. I just caught the corner of it today. Let's see if I can catch it. Anyway, and I make it kind of big, right? I get my little parameters. But still, it's still hard to be able to predict the price can be in that box by tomorrow. This man gives you us all every single day. Hit the like to show some love. Best TA, not to mention entertaining. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. God bless you all. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. So if you have guts, you know, again, you do whatever makes you happy. But there's a chance there is a long tonight with a stop below this beautiful supportive resistance. I mean, resistance, bounce, bounce, bounce. You'll be playing the SR flip. Stop preferably below 41,199. Target would be somewhere at 43,260. It is low liquidity on a Saturday night. We're likely to go drab sideways, so that may not play out. That on a Monday afternoon to Tuesday or Wednesday would probably highly likely play out. But we don't have the liquidity. Remember, it's time and price, as Master Friend tells you. And I'm the same way. And I trade the same way. Like, why do I go live from 10 to 12? But I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Chili's was actually getting pumped. Let's take a look at Chili's. It's funny. Chili's was on my radar for a little bit of a pump. You said Chili's is pumping a little bit now. It's got some real good bearish div now, but it's forming a bugle. It's kind of an inverted head and shoulder. That may continue to pump, but just be careful. I'm not in love with it. All right. We looked at Solana already. Thank you. Myro's a real dog that doesn't know. He's a world known. LOL. It's a strange world. MYRO's awesome, man. Yeah, so MYRO we thought could break out. It got a little pump today, but then it started to go sideways, right? Everyone wants MYRO to continue, and it may, but, you know, at one point, we're going to get that bigger pullback. Here, I thought we would get the 6.8. We did not. MYRO just continues to rip. We got in at 2 cents. This thing's at 20. It went to a high of 25 at one point. I just keep swing trading it. I jumped out yesterday. I was thinking of holding it, but I jumped out. I took my profits yet again. And I keep drawing MYRO like this, and it keeps defying gravity. So it's either going to do one or two things. If it makes the flag again, I'll continue to trade it. I'll have no choice. You know, I don't know where it's going to go, so I just give it its parameters. If it makes this trade, then we take it. But I see MYRO likely continuing. It could go all the way to 39 for its next stop, right? But I'd feel better if it pulled back here on this fib and came to this golden pocket and retraced at this area and got a bounce. So I'd love to see it pull back a little bit more. And I'd like to be able to get it at 17, 15, something like that for MYRO, all right? And let's take a look at UMA. Someone just said, don't forget UMA. I love you for doing that. You're awesome. So UMA did a huge pump. Is it going to continue? It looks like it actually might. You know, it's looking pretty interesting, right? You just tighten the zone. All you can do is get tight and put a stop loss below the previous low like this. Everyone thinks trading is bigger than it is. The thing is just set up, load up, go for it. Set up, load up, go for it. Set up, load up, go for it. Have a system, find a system, do it. Have a system, find a system, do it. Risk management, risk management, risk management. You know, it's just the same thing over and over again. Now, what's bearish about this is, you know, you're overbought on the 8 hour. You're away from the 21-day moving average. You had a huge pump. You're kind of chasing a little bit, right? So that makes me feel like you're chasing. The 1 hour is okay. The 15 minute says you're going to get a move. So, you know, the 15 minute suggests you're about to get a nice pump to the upside. There's a chance that UMA does pump tonight, right? And even chasing the breakout right now, really have no other choice with a stop below here. But it's high risk. There's not much else going on tonight. But, you know, if you feel like that could be it, and honestly, there's a good chance this does break out. It's above its 200 SMA. It's above the trend line. It's just high risk. It's a meme coin on a Saturday night, you know? I'd wish it was at a better time with a little more liquidity. But what are you going to do? So, everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And Pulse for Rap Die, let me see there. PLS for Die, right? This is always a pain whenever someone asks me to go over Pulse because it's like 1,000 pulses and it gets confusing and it always just gets me going. Pulse, wrapped Pulse for Die. Wrap Pulse for Die, there you go. I mean, continuing to pump and keeping the gains. Remember that money got put in by some people with some big gains, some big ends. They probably knew Richard and threw some gains in there. You know, previous resistance being support. If it drops, it's going to drop back down to about 7 as a little area at 0 at the 9. You know, shoulder, head, right shoulder there. Likely going to drop to the downside, honestly. That's a head and shoulder pattern. Look for that to come on down, and then that's going to make a bigger parameter and then get its bigger move back up. I'd pull a fib on that after that. It had a frenzy, right? There's a chance that it holds the line that it's on. That's why I always play that game, and it goes into an ascending triangle. But, you know, I'd look for it at that 6.65 area, likely pulling back, okay? I already looked at Solana, man. We're not doing it again. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We love you, and I'll be back tomorrow morning to go over Bitcoin, talk about the coins, have some fun. And the market's not amazing. I give it like a 3.5 tonight. So don't overtrade. Don't go too hard. There is opportunity every day, but there's some days where you have to like force the opportunity by 1,000%. And there's other days where it walks right into your door. You want to find a little bit of a happy medium. All right. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.